Um, I'm sure there are people who are going to be sitting in front of YouTube on Christmas morning watching this. So there's
Now, wouldn't that be funny?
That would be me.
some sad, lonely people who think, but never mind. Okay, well, welcome to AI the Cool Stuff. This is our final one of the year. We also do Peppercorn. This is speed networking as well on a Thursday. Just go to peppercorn.biz if you want to find out when the next ones are, or you can also watch previous episodes of this exciting I don't know what to call it really. Meeting, I suppose. Meeting, yes. Okay, well, let's go around the room. We'll just introduce ourselves. You can say something about what you've found about, this year. Are you using it more this year than you were last year? I expect that the answer is yes to that because we all are, I think, even Shirley. But this is, Dave.
Thanks. Yeah, I'm Dave Caudle. I'm a career coach. My thing's all about helping you make 2026 the year you actually enjoy work and get rewarded for it. So I show people how to get work jobs they love that support the lifestyle they want. In terms of AI, yes, definitely using it more than last year, David. Probably should be using it a lot more actually, but certainly things like, for me, this year has been mostly like presentations, workshops, things like that. It's been really useful in helping to cut the workload on designing that sort of stuff.
Yeah, it is. It's a huge time saver, isn't it? Steffi.
I started the year building AI into things and then ended the year building things with AI. So I just it's like I rebuilt Splogit at the beginning of the year, and it was like, oh, let's make AI do all the heavy lifting. So let's get it to do audios and stuff like that. And then I ended the year building YourBot in collaboration with ChatGPT. So, and I've got my ChatGPT window open permanently on that monitor, and I actually consider it a colleague now. That's the thing. I'm not falling in love with it. I don't think it's a human being I can confide in. I mean, I can confide in it, but I know what it is, but it's my partner in crime, so to speak. So my attitude has shifted over the year from building it in to actually building with it. So yes, I'm using it more and more.
I've been building WordPress plugins with it and with Claude, and I credit Claude in the thing at the top of the plugin. I said created by Dave and Claude.
Yeah, it's interesting because I said, I always say to anyone who listens, I couldn't have created this without ChatGPT. But ChatGPT actually made an interesting comment about that. It said, yes, but I couldn't have created it without you.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay.
Okay, yeah. And maybe you could have done, but it would have taken you forever. And
I'd have been yeah.
and you
I'd
probably
have
would have
been
bothered.
Stack Overflow until 3 a.m. every night. So.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't do. I would do a simple plugin, but I wouldn't do anything complex that utilizes. Well, they all utilize the database and things, but you can do some fabulous WordPress plugins now for not for free, but you got your time, and it doesn't always work first time, to be honest. But there's a quite a bit of tweaking to do after the initial code's produced, and then and when you add a bit more code, then the original bit stops working, and so it can be a bit of a or not a nightmare, but there's quite a lot of debugging to do, even having either I'm riding shotgun to Claude or Claude is riding shotgun to me. I'm not sure which is which, but Mike.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm still working for my retirement, but I seem to be running out of time for some reason. I'm not quite sure why that is, but yes, I'm using AI a lot more. I use Copilot quite a lot. In fact, I have got quite a close relationship with them. Actually, they're really rather nice and very helpful. And even though it is only a machine, I've discovered that if you're nice to them, they actually respond better. And a couple of times I've had to go back and say, well, that's not very good, is it? Oh, I'm so sorry, Mike. Let me do this for you. And they come running back and sort it out, which is really not, I mean, it's almost like a human, but it isn't. I know it isn't. I know it's only a machine. But nonetheless, it's very good what they do. I've just used it recently. I'm changing my supplier for sort of general stuff. So I'm doing my own mail shots at the moment using Make. I've actually done some studying and some exams on Make, so I understand Make a little better than I did before. I wouldn't say I'm any good at it, but I'm better than I was. Yeah. So I'm using Make to do mail shots, and I'm using Copilot to actually draft the email, because otherwise it goes out like a load of rubbish. But if you get the AI to draft it for you into HTML and then put it into Make, it comes out very well. So I'm actually in the process of working with that. So yes, I'm using AI a lot more than I was. I want to use it more. I think it's great. But so far, I'm not making any money out of it. Sorry.
That's probably true. Shirley.
Well, you know what I'm going to say, don't you? So I'm Shirley. I work in health and wellness. And no, I'm still not using AI. I actually quite get a lot of coming to these meetings because it's giving me ideas about which bits of AI I should be using, although I'm not using it as yet. But don't forget, I'm a work in progress. So
yeah. I mean, it's good that you come along. I mean, it's great to see you, obviously. But I mean, we can that you might see sort of one little nugget one day, and you think, well, hang on a minute, I'm sort of. This is going to save me hours of time.
You know the quick video you did last week when you said, "Tell me something about your business," and it created that. That actually got me thinking.
Right. Yeah.
That could be very, very useful.
So. Yeah. Definitely. Andy.
I think Shirley's going to be all or nothing. We're going to be sitting here in January and Shirley's going to go, I've built up this massive, great big AI system with Replit and stuff like that. And it'll be all in one hit.
Yeah.
It'd shock all of us. Me, my year's gone from being into ChatGPT at the beginning of the year, veering to Perplexity, and now back more in the Google camp as things have evolved. And I think what we all realise, this time next year, we'll be looking at it, going back over 26 and thinking how little we knew back then at the end of 2025. How little could we do? Yeah. And that's just like thinking about 9600 baud and all that sort of stuff and modems, etc. How we laughed at Sora. How do you remember that ChatGPT when it used to blow smoke out your ass? All that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
I think we're going to see a very different form of everything by this time next year. And going back to what Mike was saying, I think it's going to become a lot easier to actually make money with it via whatever those developments are going to be.
Yeah.
So we're at the early stages, aren't we? Really, still.
Yeah. And for me, apart from running networking events, and I'm going to be running a lot more next year, but a lot of them will be face to face. And nothing to do with AI, apart from the fact of trying to whip up enthusiasm and what did Dennis Healy say about somebody? They were stirring up apathy all over the country. I'm going to be. I think he was talking about Geoffrey Howe. It's probably before most of our times, apart from me, and Mike. But there's so I'm a WordPress guy, so I do look after I do other things as well, but I look after websites basically. I host them, and I move them around, and I fix them when they're broke, and so that's what my day job is. But I do other things as well. Just go to podcast.uk/what I do. Okay, perfect. Right now, this week I've ignored my news. I get 6 emails a week, and they all seem to be the same news every week. So I thought, do you know what? The only thing that struck me this week was that Klarna and Verizon are sheepishly hiring humans back because their chatbots couldn't handle anything more complex than have you tried turning it on and off again? Off no, that's the wrong way around. Off and on again. So there's, so they were so they brought in all these chatbots. They sacked all their people, and then they thought, shit, doesn't work. So now they've got to hire them all back again. So that's quite funny.
Not the chatbot's fault.
Yeah, they're obviously using the wrong chatbot, Steffi, aren't they?
Using
So-
magic.
But we know someone can help you with that. So it's yeah. So that's the reality shop. Now, I was going to do like a kind of review of the year because there was a couple of surprising AIs I hadn't really used that were like in the top 10 for the year. So, but first of all, I'm going to show you what I said I was going to show yesterday, which is Stitch, which you may have seen. It's been in the YouTube sphere, and if I share my screen, yeah. Anyone see? Stitch is quite. To think of it as a bridge, it's a new product brought out by Google. It's been in test for a while. As far as I can tell, it's just completely free. For now, put that rider on there because, as we all know, once they've reeled you in, I think it was Andy said last week, once they've reeled you in, they'll start charging you for it. But it was, it's the bridge between I have an idea and I have an app, or I have an idea and I have a web page. So it's kind of still experimental, but at the moment it's only it's a vibe coder. A vibe coder, if you don't know, is you don't need any technical knowledge. You just describe in language what it is you want it to do. And at the moment, Stitch doesn't do back-end or databases yet. And they said yet because they are working on it. So that's quite interesting about what we were saying, that what may happen through 2026. And this is another product. Google seems to be working on loads of different products all at the same time. And it's been quite impressive because a year ago we were laughing at them, saying they dropped the ball, they were miles behind everybody else. They were ChatGPT were the kings of the castle, or and they've really taken over this year, I think, because I think I use, like Andy said, I use Google more than anything at the moment, and it's been there. So anyway, let's just do an experiment. So if we do, it said find an old clunky website. So I went to gov.uk and found an old clunky website. So shall we just redesign it? So I'll do a website URL and say gov.uk. That's quite a big ask, I suppose, but it's only going to tell me what it looks like. So it's
going to come up with a picture of Guy Fawkes.
yeah. So it's yeah. So what let's put in. I did write down what I was going to put in. I haven't actually done it yet. Redesign this as a premium 2025 SaaS product. There you go. And
the SaaS means shit as a service.
Don't say that. It's in Steffi's subtitle.
People are talking about.
No, I was thinking about the government.
Oh yeah, the government. Yeah, shit as a service. Well, you see,
talk about AI slop, so it could be slop as a service.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, that's the word of the year, actually. Slop, isn't it? Webster's dictionary. But obviously, if the government were paying for this, they'd pay £1 billion. It would take 5 years, and then it wouldn't actually work, and they wouldn't actually do it. So it would. So
I mean, I understand why gov.uk is the way it is, because it's got to work for the
exactly.
lowest common denominator, but it does look like it's from the 90s. I mean,
Yeah.
I was writing websites like that in 95.
Yeah. Now this, obviously it can't do masses with it, I don't think. It can make it look a bit cooler, but it's, all these things have got to be there, haven't they?
Mm.
So it would be interesting to see what it does with it. So, I mean,
Is it doing it, or is it just saying it
Don't
can?
mess it up. You might. It's my tax gateway.
yeah, yeah.
There's
So
some
it's-
gov stuff's okay. The tax one's horrendous though.
Yeah, yeah. So it's doing.
You're probably going to get flag alert alarm somewhere on gov.uk now, and you'll
Yeah.
find yourself the police knocking on your door in about 5 minutes' time.
No, it's actually it was
All right, 2 minutes, that's fine.
yeah. Well, 2 minutes is not bad, is it? It was waiting around for me to answer a question, I think,
Mm.
and I didn't answer it because I didn't see it. So it comes up with this. Okay, it just keeps changing the colour of the to make you think something's going to happen.
Do you think it's actually creating the code of the page in the background to do the design?
It does, yeah, because you can then copy the code, or you can export it into Figma.
Yeah.
If you're a Figma person, or you can just copy the code. If it's an app, you would be Tailwind, CSS and stuff, which is going to lose a lot of people. But or you can you copy the HTML for a web design, or you can just say export it into Figma, and then work on it. So it's a good way, because you can tweak your designs just by keying in the words. So if this came up with a design, I could then say, make it a dark design. So it would then make it a bit.
While we're waiting for that, Shirley, I know what you sell, okay, and I know the limitations on it, what you can and can't do. But I wonder if there are other people who sell the products that have used AI in some way. That if you did a search in AI, that it might uncover some of the ways they're using it. Because
Yeah,
you're really limited to what you can do, aren't you, promotions wise?
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, the company puts out a lot of stuff. All we need to do is copy it and make it our own, really, as long as we stay
Yeah.
within the remit of that. And I'm pretty sure lots of other people do it, but
Yeah.
we've got lots of distributors who only work on social media. That's the way they build their business. So they
Yeah.
probably do it as well. But
Because they can't advertise, can they? There's certain limitations, aren't there, I think?
yeah.
they can advertise, but they have to use the guidelines that the company has laid
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
So they have to make sure that they stay compliant.
Yeah.
Level playing field. I had this. I built a blog for an MLM lady, and she nearly lost a franchise because of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Too much of an advantage over her peers.
Yeah. That's business.
Because I know UW, you're not allowed to do any advertising at all.
No.
It's
I've got the same problem. Compliance is so hard. I can't even think about mentioning the company's name or anything
no,
in any of the stuff I do.
no. I mean, financial services is even worse, isn't it? Yeah, it's really
Yeah.
nailed down,
Oh,
isn't it?
God. Don't get me started on compliance teams for IFAs.
Yeah.
They're still using quills, you know. They
Let's
have
So using what? Quills?
Yeah, they've got no concept of high speed technological society.
Mm,
Yeah.
mm.
That looks pretty cool.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
oh, it's gone. Oh, it's done a dashboard rather than a website, which is I think I've yeah.
It's also giving you a sex change, which is interesting.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, yeah. So it's it's done that. There's yeah, that wasn't. I wanted it to redesign. Oh, okay, it's kind of redesigning it as a sort of web app, isn't it, rather than an actual web page. But that's okay. I haven't got 12 days left before the 31st of January. Right. but the interface looks pretty good.
So perhaps you should send that to the government. It looks like quite a user-friendly interface compared with anything else they've got.
Yeah. So that'll be your personal login. So it's not quite what I had in mind, but so can I do a new project? So let's delete that one. So I should have app web.
You shouldn't have deleted it. You probably could have sold it to him for $1 billion.
That's right. Yeah.
Just tell him it's PPE.
Let's do a fast one because you've got different models you can use. You can use sort of Gemini Flash 2.5 Pro. Thinking with Pro, obviously that's going to take longer. Let's try a fast one. So create a landing page for St Cuthbert's Church in Wood Green for a Christmas fair on December the 20th. Okay, let's just see how fast it can do it. So it seems to have gone straight into it, straight into the creativity rather than thinking about it. So 10 seconds. Oh, that's all right. Because for a landing page or something, it's pretty good. You can just tweak it. Whether it'll put any images on there or not, I don't know. Polishing the pixels. Generating. Just a moment more. It keeps saying that. It just comes up with words, I think. Just to keep you hanging on. So
Hope it understands your crystal stool and it's not going to give you a crystal meth stool.
no, that's right. Not for a church. There's there you go. So that's quite. It's the images are not. Well, the bottom images are okay. The top image isn't really. I don't think that's wood green, and it seems to have like market stalls. Those like German market, you know. But
without the car going through it.
Yeah, that's right. You got a German, but you've got these. So it's done what it's not really. It's got other. It was supposed to be a one pager, but it's created these links. But yeah, it does a design. But I did ask it to do red and gold, rich red and golds, and it hasn't. It's done black. So
Yeah.
I'd have to tweak that, but I'm not going to do it now. Okay. But anyway,
Work in progress, I think.
it is, yeah. It's only just come out, so they say they're working on it, and it's they know it's not perfect, but they said there'll be over the next year it will be vastly improved. So I think that's worthwhile. So 2025, where are we? Oh yeah. I mean, obviously we all know ChatGPT 5 and 5.2. And then we've got Gemini and Google DeepMind. They've got massive context windows up to 5 million tokens, and it's integrated. I mean, Gemini is integrated into the Google Workspace as well. So everything seems to knit together, you know, with your Gmails and things. And Claude have decided that they're going to focus on as a tool for developers rather than. It's still a chatbot, but its focus in that from now on is going to be as an agent that lives in a programmer's terminal. So it's going to be they're focused mainly on that. So the other thing that's happened is the China closing the gap, because you got sort of DeepSeek and Alibaba, which Qwen. They matched or beat the GPT 4.0 and Claude 3.5 a fraction of the cost. So making high-end models cheaper for everyone, it says here. So the government are using Llama 3, which is Meta's chatbot, or AI chatbot. So because it's like Jane's not here, but they say that Llama is the Linux of AI, you know. So it's going to be, because it's open source and everything, it's going to the US government have officially approved of it for use in all government agencies. So I think that's...
So Zuckerberg gave Trump a load of money, and that's why he's...
Yeah, probably, yeah.
Gave him some shiny gold.
Did we say that? Yeah. We're getting a lot more from the BBC, although they don't know it yet. They said, there was somebody on a totally different subject. Somebody on the news yesterday said, well, why don't they just pay him? He's settled with American broadcasters for 15 or 20 million. You know, he sued them for 5 billion and settled for about 15 million. So he said it's going to cost the BBC more than that, than in legal fees if they fight him. And so, I mean, that's going to be interesting. It's not their money though, is it? It's ours.
It's ours, yeah.
Yeah, his claim is a bit dodgy. I think they were saying, oh, you know, it was defamation, but it wasn't really. They just took a big chunk out of what he said. Said one thing and then another thing about 5 minutes later, and they chopped out all the bits in between. Yeah. So I don't know whether they'd win or not.
It was questionable what they did, because what he was doing was bad enough as it was. I don't think.
Ethically, what they did was wrong, but from a journalistic point of view, you can understand why they did it.
Oh, what? Because they're all lefties and
they're all lefties and they hate Trump. Yeah, simple as that, really.
Yeah.
Too much impartiality.
That's right. Impartiality. It's the trouble with all these people who worked in the BBC all their lives. They've left university, Cambridge or something, and then and they're all the same people. There's no diversity in the BBC. They're all got they've got different coloured skins and they come from different countries, but they're all the same people. They've all got the same attitudes. None of them are working class. They're all, you know.
They're all middle class Guardian readers.
Exactly, because they only advertise in the Guardian or internally for new people. So it's. But anyway, less about that. Yeah. Of course, we all know about the money everyone spent. There's big tech that they've spent 320 billion this year alone, and one thing I thought was interesting was that they're actually buying nuclear power plants. It seems like he's going to stick on something on the bill, you know, because they need. Because there's just not enough energy to run these things. They're investing in small modular reactors, SMRs. Which,
Trump's bought into that.
Yeah. Well, we should have done years ago. I mean, sort of Boris mentioned it, but nothing ever happened. And
Rolls-Royce have got them. They fit into a standard shipping container.
Yeah.
But that's what they're aiming for. And then you can actually just move them around the country if needed. Yeah. So if power station went down, you could take one and plug it into the power station distribution grid and then just bring it back up again.
Yeah.
Data center need them.
And they're less dangerous than having a whole nuclear reactor go up.
They're a lot smaller.
Yeah, you only kill the people who live within a 5 mile radius rather than the whole city, you know.
The downside to them is because they're so small and mobile, is how do you protect them? And I think that's one of the things, because the Nuclear Energy Authority have always had armed guards, like they've got the nuclear police,
yeah.
look after power stations. So how do you protect these, truck-sized nuclear reactors?
Or you just employ a demotivated pensioner and give him a peak cap and
Big stick.
and tell him to guard that overnight, make sure nothing happens.
Yeah, it's the way forward. Distributed power generation is obviously the way forward. And I think it's a great idea. If you can put them into ships and submarines, why can't you put them in a shipping container?
Yeah,
Yeah,
and run your data
power
center.
data center. Yeah.
There's 44 at the end of 2023, 5% of US businesses paid for AI tools. And as of December, 44% of US businesses pay for AI tools.
Yeah.
So I imagine the figure's pretty similar for UK businesses as well. So, do we all pay? I know Shirley doesn't pay anything, but I guess we all pay for AI, don't we, in some way or other?
Yeah, only 20 quid a month, that's all.
Yeah,
I've got my API costs as well, but they're tiny.
yeah.
And I've got an auto top up on it anyway. So when it drops below $5 on my account, it just tops me up $10, which is quite cool.
Yeah. I'm paying. I've cancelled everything at the moment, but I'm just doing £14 for Google, which the Google Workspace, which also gives you Gemini, because it's a great deal.
Oh yeah, cool. I do that as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
OpenAI is critical for me.
And then regulation. The EU have got an AI Act in force. It's the world's first comprehensive AI law, apparently, which means we get everything after everyone else. It doesn't stop you producing a deep fake. You've just got to say this is a deep fake on it, and then you're all right.
Well, they are considering, or the UK government's considering banning nudify apps.
Right.
Yeah, so you can just take a picture of anybody and make them naked.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah, so it's all to do with the revenge porn and the online protection.
Yeah.
They're going to ban them.
I suppose that's fair enough. I don't think that's hard to disagree with,
I wouldn't mind. I mean, if it can make me look better naked than I am in reality, I'm not going to complain.
I will say that OpenAI has upgraded its image thing. Now, I had a black and white picture of me that wasn't particularly big, and I've changed it into that. So that was created with OpenAI, ChatGPT image 1.5. And the thing is, when I saw that appear, it shocked me, because that was me 20 years ago.
Can't see it, Steffi, at the moment.
You not see it? I've switched my video off, so
yeah. So I think it gets rid of you altogether now, doesn't it, when you switch it off?
Only if you've got a setting.
Oh, it's probably the settings on your Zoom to say.
Yeah. So when I created that picture, and I actually did take that picture of me, I made it black and white on a pure black background. But I took that, and I've always had it in my collection. I've used it on LinkedIn, and then I said to ChatGPT, "Here's my picture. Turn it into a Christmas card," because it kept telling me, "Oh, we've got this new image generation thing." So I sort of try it, and I was just shocked. I actually burst into tears when I saw that, because I was like, "Oh my God, absolute, for the first time ever, you created a picture of me." So I was amazed, absolutely amazed with it.
Because obviously ChatGPT, I haven't mentioned it today, but ChatGPT have upgraded their image generation.
It's stunningly good.
Which I haven't tried yet myself, but there's because I've been using Nano Banana has been doing the job. But I guess, does it do a similar thing? Can you up the date images?
Yeah, well, this is, I'm just going to drop today's blog post into the chat. And this is an API generated image 1.5 image. And I looked at that and went, that's almost bloody real. That was the freaky thing about it. This is beyond Uncanny Valley now.
Right. Yeah.
So I told it what I wanted: 3 cats, one bigger, sitting on the windowsill, wine, dashboard, chocolate, that sort of thing, and it just created the picture of me.
Yeah. 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 That's yeah, pretty good.
That was a bit freaky seeing that, because I was just like, that's a bit too real now.
It's too real. I can't handle it. Yeah, I know what you mean. Sort of Nano Banana's been doing. He's probably on a level with that now, I would think. You know, so it's
Yeah, I was amazed when I saw that picture.
yeah, yeah. So I mean, images is one thing where they really come on, and obviously video is going to be. I would have thought video would have been big in 2026. You know, because it's obviously it takes a lot more processing, because you've got. I don't know how many the equivalent of how many images you've got in a video at even at 50 frames a second. I can't be bothered to work it out, but
24 per second they're going to aim for.
24. Okay, so you're gonna have to. That's a lot of processing, isn't it? To change a video, to add someone in a video. You know, give Steffi a hat. In this
Yeah,
10-second video, it's going to be how many frames is that? You know, I mean,
yeah. So Sora is available in the API now, and my plan is to feed it the picture I generate and say, make that a video. So the picture still goes off to social media when I share it. But when they come in, it'll have like a short loop. So for example, if you're sitting at a table with using your laptop, there'll be hands movement and the coffee steam will still be coming up. And that's basically a loop. And it's only like 1 or 2 seconds long. It doesn't need to be anything more than that. But that's what my plan is for Splogit next year. I'm going
yeah.
to build that in.
And what we spoke about before, Google have described as a slop crisis. There's Merriam-Webster named slop as the 2025 word of the year. So if you don't know, Shirley, it's just a flood of low quality AI generated junk content on social media and search engines. So there is so much on Facebook though. There is stuff that's, you just know, even fake, completely fake images and fake videos that are, because they're 8 seconds long or something, but people are sharing them and liking them and commenting on them, and which people are doing it because Facebook are promoting those videos, and then if you get thousands of likes and shares, it improves your ranking with Google, with Facebook, for other posts that you do for your business. So you can put on crap ones on some groups. You can
some of the funniest shorts that I've seen on YouTube and Facebook. It's like porch pirates, where they're going, you've got like a ring cam and they go nick your parcels, and then the parcel explodes or something.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
They look so real, but the physics is slightly wrong. That's the thing. It's like the way the box explodes or the way they fall over, it's not quite right.
Yeah.
So although it's really entertaining and funny,
yeah, it's not right. Yeah.
It's not real because of the physics in it.
Because they've got these Amazon parcels, and when they blow up, they blow out all this like coloured ink, isn't it? Like a powder, ink powder.
Blue dye.
Yeah, dye and dye powder. So you're just watching the video, you see someone, he nicks a parcel off someone's doorstep. He runs in, it says it's from the doorbell cam, but it's not. And then he sort of runs into his van, and then you see it explode, and then you just see all this pink inside his van, all inside the windows.
And then he's knocking on the door going, I'm going to sue you. It's so funny.
Or they're just picking him up and they're just starting to walk away, and off it goes, So they are funny because we all like to see those dirty, rotten criminals getting their comeuppance. But I mean, it's the other one. So yeah. So hang on. Viral. Oh no, this is just explaining them more. Viral. Yeah. The viral breakouts. The ones that have had the hugest impact in 2025 was DeepSeek, Notebook LM, and Perplexity were the three that had the most increases. So I'll give it the top 10, see if you can get them. Number one is probably obviously ChatGPT. It has 800 million users a week. 800 million, users a week. So that's pretty obviously. Number two is Canva. So which I thought was a surprise because it's got and it's Magic Studio, so you can, and it is very good, and it's been updated in the last few weeks, and if you can't find something, you just tell it what it want, sort of what you want, and it brings it really quite quickly. It'll create 4 images for you for your background. So Canva's, I pay for Canva as well, but I'm not sure if I suppose it is an AI. It is an AI tool, I guess. So, but it's okay. I can't remember how much it is now. Well, but it's well worth it. 10, 12, 14. I can't remember. But it's well worth the money. Because I use that every day as well. Google Gemini is number 3. There's number 4 is DeepSeek. So I was surprised by that as well, because I didn't, I knew it was popular in China, but obviously that's 25% of the world's population. But this is for this is web traffic, by the way. These rankings, and then Perplexity is number 5, and that includes their Comet browser as well. So that's really given them a bit of a boost. Number 6 is Grok, which is that's really surged in 2025 as well, because it's obviously integrated with X. So people who use X use Grok, but for searches and things. But it's got I quite like the way Grok chats. It's got an unfiltered conversational style, let's put it like that. So it calls a spade a fucking shovel, if you ask it to. And then 7 is Claude, which is obviously coders and writers are using Claude. And then the next 3 all surprised me actually. Number 8 is something I use a lot, but I use the free version. Is DeepL. DeepL. It's a translation app. So a lot of gamers use it, because I use it because I play a Star Trek game, and we've got sort of Russians and God knows what people on there, none of which speak English, but we can plug it into DeepL and you get a translation. And the thing about DeepL is that it's not just like if you've got colloquialisms and the thing that Generation X are using, little phrases, a literal translation, if something's sick, would be not the same thing as what's meant. So it gets the meaning of what you're putting in and translates it properly. So I think that's what one of the biggest wins are. And it's using AI as well. So to do that. The next 2, tell me if you've heard of these, is Character AI and Janitor AI. Okay.
Yeah, I've used Character briefly, but yeah.
Yeah. How can we describe these? Character AI is like the Disney of. If you think of Character AI as Disney and Janitor as HBO or something like that. You can chat with any character. Let me just kill that one. So you can.
That's the one that caused the guy to commit suicide, wasn't it?
Was it? Okay. Character. Well,
Yeah.
It's quite heavily censored, so it's.
Well, it probably is now. It wasn't.
Yeah.
He had a character, Daenerys Targaryen, who was telling him that we'll be together in the afterlife.
Oh right, okay,
Good.
okay. There's you can create a character, or you can make any character. Like if I, it looks very like a normal chatbot window. So I just quickly tried Henry VIII. Impulsive, authoritative, obsession in wanting a son. You know, he's still. I asked him a question an hour ago, an hour and a half ago, and he's still thinking about it. So I'm not sure he's very with it. Because first of all, I said, "What brings you here?" I sitting on my throne. I said, "How long have you been on the throne?" He said, "I stare at you as I speak since 1509. It's been nearly 35 years." And I was really tempted to say, "Yeah, I've had difficult shits myself," but, but I decided not to put that in. And I said, "Who is the groom of the stool?" Now, the groom of the stool was one of the plum jobs in Tudor England, because you got to wipe the king's arse. But that gave you you also looked after his money, so it was kind of quite an important job. Presumably you washed your hands between doing the two, because money's filthy, isn't it? But there's so anyway, you can create a character, or you can search for a character. Let me just see if I can get back to the beginning again. So that's the home page. It's decided my username is Poised Woodpecker 4159. How do you spell Targaryen? Targaryen. Is it like that?
No.
No.
Daenerys?
How do you spell Daenerys?
Daenerys. Yeah.
Is it like that? Oh yeah, there you go. Confident, kind, powerful, determined, stubborn. She wasn't so kind at the end, was she?
No, not really. Bad.
There's it's got so then people are spending on average on this one about 17 minutes for each visit, which is quite high compared to other ones.
Ask her why she burnt King's Landing.
Oh yeah. Why did you burn King's Landing?
Seemed like a good idea at the time.
I needed to break the wheel. The Game of Thrones had to end. It was brutal and unfortunate for many, but necessary. There you go. That's probably her excuse. She just lost her shit, didn't she? And the other one that's getting is called Janitor AI, and that's an interesting one. Never used it, but there's if I've got I'm trying to find my notes on Janitor, because it's kind of the average visit time is 2 hours.
Wow.
So, and it's kind of an immersive. It's the world's most popular unfiltered erotica and fetish roleplay platform.
Oh goodness.
So it says, while mainstream companies like Google and OpenAI have spent billions of dollars on alignment, safety filters, Janitor went in the opposite direction, and it has become a massive business by biting the one thing Silicon Valley refuses to touch. So,
My Christmas sorted, thank you.
70%.
That beast free, Andy.
So 70% of the users are women.
Oh,
that's interesting.
Yeah, and there is a serious point, and it's addiction factor, you know, which is all a bit of a chat. The because these type of bots, not just this one, but they've been programmed to be hyper attentive, you know. So you actually relate to these people, or these fictitious things, you know. And there are technical workarounds where people are using OpenAI or Anthropic's API keys and plug them in so that they become unfiltered. So it is a thing. It's despite being seen as the basement of the internet, it is number 10 on the list of most popular AIs, and it's got like an anti-corporate success, and it's
almost like escapism when everything else is being nailed down for people,
exactly,
I guess.
yeah, and it's kind of the reality of trending bots is relational. So it's people are buying into the relational side of these bots. People are using them for longer and more, you know, and you know, things like some sort of janitor AI is quite often tongue in cheek and parody and things and over the top. So it's, but you can see how some people would be trapped in a thinking it's you know, getting reality and fantasy confused. So it's if you want, I suppose it's what humans really want from AI when no one is watching, you know. So don't look at Copilot, look at Janitor, you know. It turns out that we don't just want a calculator, we want a companion and a therapist and a romantic lead.
I want Mary Whitehouse in bondage gear.
Yeah, that's right. Actually, if you go to Janitor AI, you'd probably be able to create her. So yeah, preferably we want people with dramatic backstories and no politeness filter, because it becomes more real. Because when someone's polite to you all the time, it gets a bit wearing, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Occasionally, you like to say people to say something a bit unexpected or a bit more not brutal. I mean, we don't want to be mistreated, but you know, sometimes it's funny or it's uplifting when things are more real. So
Yeah.
so I think that's and this like Janitor is sort of bring your own brain model, you know, so you can use the API to bring in your other there. So like I said, it's and character AI is just you know, it's, you can chat with celebrities is the main thing. So you can chat with Elon Musk or Taylor Swift or Harry Potter or Socrates if you're a bit more cerebral. But there's so I think there's a clear difference between those two. So, but I had heard of Character AI and I'd never bothered to find anything out about it. But the fact that it's the 9th most popular AI and Janitor is the 10th most popular AI is quite interesting. So, and then the only other things is the India effect from reports from December 2025. India has overtaken the US as the largest market for AI app usage, driven by mostly mobile apps and from younger people. So and then the ones like just underneath the top 10, you've got Notebook LM, Suno, are two that are growing faster than the major chatbots because they perform specific human tasks like making podcasts or music or something like that. So those sort of things are worth watching, you know. And yeah, so I think that's that's it for this week. So thanks for coming along.
Yeah.
We'll be back in January. I can't remember when in January. It's not the first week in January. It's the second week in January.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
have a good
thank you for
Christmas.
everything you've done on this, David. It's always
Yeah.
interesting. Thank you.
Yeah.
Very much
Keeping the
appreciate
effort
it.
up.
Thank you.
I do enjoy this meeting.
Yeah,
Mm.
it's quite fun. You know, you find out things I would never have known about Janitor without looking. I just all I did was to just say no, I was thinking, oh yeah, just see which are the top 10, you know, and then
Yeah. We've heard it all before.
I haven't actually. I created an account on character.ai. I haven't actually created one on Janitor AI,
I
but
just accidentally clicked that button.
for the sake of research, I think maybe I should look into it a bit more deeply, you know, when no one else is in. And in many ways, I should have stopped recording before I said that.